What's going on, guys? So, I mentioned last time during the Mumra review, we'll be taking a look at something else from Iron Studios, and not from their Thundercats line, but from their Mortal Kombat Classic line. It is their 1/10 art scale deluxe SHAO Kahn, the big baddie from the early Mortal Kombat days. Yeah. And by the way, this is a huge box. Like, look at it. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look at the monochromal side there. Looks nice. Come back, got a much wider shot there. Looks pretty cool and imposing and stuff like that. Come around that side. Hey, got like nothing going on. And this is the first of the Mortal Kombat statues I've got. I think it's only the second one they even made. I could have sworn they did a Goro that I missed out on, and I don't even know if it's available anywhere. And I have Scorpion and Sub-Zero on pre-order. Now, the thing with the Mortal Kombat statue is I don't know if I'm going to keep these. I like them, especially once I got it out of the box, but I'm not sure I'm going to keep it. If I decide to sell and you're interested, I will make a post about it, and we can work something out. But either way, let's go ahead and we'll look at the selling points if we're honest. Because, I mean, the box is cool and all, and, you know, it's really freaking big. By the way, it says Shao Kahn on the side, and I really like the maroonish blood-colored box. Yeah. Oh, I dropped that. But let's get the normal close look here. All right, guys, there's Shao Kahn out here and looking awesome. And I got him on the turntable, but he's pretty damn heavy, so I'm gonna see if the turntable can handle it. Oh, yeah, I'll be damned. Okay. So, of course, whenever I saw these coming out from Iron Studios, I kind of jumped at them. The X-Men and other things like that all look really fantastic, but good God, you have to buy like 15 frickin' statues to build that whole diorama, or just pay out the ass for one whole set of them. You know, they have the entire, like, Sentinel Battle diorama, which is pretty freaking cool. Mortal Kombat, on the other hand, does hold a place in my childhood and in my gaming history. And this big bastard lives in infamy because I never once managed to beat him. Like, in all of the time playing Mortal Kombat, never managed to beat him when he was still the main boss. I think that was of, what, 2? Or was it 3? One of them. I know he was definitely up there. It might have been a both, realistically, but you know, this is his kind of earlier appearance when he's just chilling, not really fighting. So this could be even from Mortal Kombat 1, where he's sitting in the background, just judging, not battling. No, I guess that was Shang Tsung. Now, if they give you Shang Tsung on his throne, that would be pretty cool too. But for the most part, that's going to be it, at least for this. And I'll talk about the assembly and stuff like that in the much closer looks here. So guys, just real quick before I get up close and personal with the Handycam, I wanted to show how you do the assembly. It's just based on this, even the kind of lance slash whatever you want to call this thing, rod, I don't know. I believe that is actually in his hand, and it does feel like metal. This does feel like real metal. He does have a magnet embedded in there, or at least a hunk of metal, and then a thing in there, and it will suck it up, and you can raise and lower this to your content. That's pretty awesome. He's already in the chair, so you don't have to do anything like that. Now, the thing I'm having a hard time getting across here is exactly the color of everything. I'm going to play with it a little bit. That might be the best, I think. It's still a little on the blue side. Let me see here. Let me change it up. I don't know. It's hard, even if I'm at the right color balance, technically, or the white balance, doesn't always come across the color it is. That's probably closest there. Alright, so let's go full Handycam. And let's look at these details. Look at this big, ridiculous, like, skull medallion on his chest. Comes across very nicely. I mean, just the big frickin' helmet is ridiculous. And he does have red painted eyes. It's just hard to see up in there. I don't have a flashlight on me, do I? Let's see here. I don't ever like using the flash for the camera, but it might help. Oh yeah, that totally helped. You see his red eyes painted in there. So that's cool. Big metal spikes here on the weathered armor. That's not the best weathering job either, but it's going for more game realism than anything else. The helmet looks great, feels nice and metallic, got a nice little like pewter finish to it there. The shading on the body is crazy. And one thing that's cool, he's covered. Those aren't freckles as far as I'm concerned. Those are blood splatter as far as I'm concerned. He does have big old nips. It is that. And got a big old samurai looking cloth there across the crotch. That's good. Check out the thighs on this guy. The shading is very nice. He's got a bit more of a pinkish skin tone coming across than is really coming on the camera. It's weird when you look at real skin tone on these kind of lights. Let's see if I get in close, if I can see. Yeah, there we go. You can see more of the blood splatter. Big metal gauntlets here on the arms. Look at that. And look at these sculpt here. No pun intended. These sculpt. Look at that. Let's see, even add the light in there. I mean, the chair alone, the throne alone is ridiculous. When you come down here and just look at this stone finish, the dragon logo, the wash, the dry brushing, all of it is super nice. Until you kind of get over to here, then you can see the brush strokes. So you can tell, like, they really do. Like, a person does that. I thought that's actually for wiping away the wash, but you can see the strokes. So that's unfortunate, but kind of gives it a little bit of actual, like, real propness to it. And like I said, this base, super heavy. Not that you'd have to worry about this thing falling over, but it can't, you know. I mean, just look at this finish, you know, dirty. It looks rusty, but I don't think his chair is made of metal. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be stone. And I'm getting a phone call right now. Of course I am. But yeah, this is just absurd. I do kind of wish you could take him off, but it is what it is.
A few minutes later.
Okay, so not sure where I was. But either way, phone calls right in the middle of reviews. They're always fun. Either way, this thing is really fantastic, actually. I mean, if you could build out an adequate display with these, then sure. Like, the Scorpion and Sub-Zero, now to look at it, are probably going to be roughly that tall, you know, a little bit taller than him, or maybe just as tall as his staff here, which, by the way, is not painted as much as I thought it should be. Like, there's some spots up near the top here. I'm going to be critical, like, this area is not painted enough. The outer edge has got some metallic on it, but this just looks like raw plastic, and I guess just with how the red ball there has to be glued in place is kind of an issue. But, like, the fact this is like a real metal rod, which is pretty cool in and of itself, you know. The fit and finish on everything is actually very, very cool. And I actually just now remembered I need to take pictures of Mum-Ra, because I don't have a thumbnail. So I gotta get a thumbnail for this guy as well. But, like, for some reason, like, I can just hear this guy's voice, you know. It would be cool if you could take the helmet off, but you can't. And that's all on there, pretty good. But, like, for everybody who usually buys, like, the Storm Collectibles ones, which are cool, but they're action figures, and they are non-permanent products, or I forgot what the term is. Basically, they degrade over time. The plastic will degrade. This guy, not made of plastic, made of polystone and other things like that. He's hard. He's good. And he's already in a cool position. Don't have to worry about it. And, well, if other ones come out later, like Shang Tsung or any of the other bad guys, it'll be pretty cool. I think they're only up to Raiden right now. So we got Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden, and this guy. Now, Shang Tsung, old Shang Tsung in his throne, might be pretty cool. This looks more like the Outworld throne, not the actual Mortal Kombat throne from the tournament. But guys, let me know what you think down below. And who was your worst character to have to fight in the original, at least 3 Mortal Kombats, because of course there's a million of them now. Mine would definitely be this guy, or I kind of hated Motaro as well. It was fun to play as him because you could just sit there and do tail whips all day, but fighting him was kind of sucked. Any of the, like, just before you got to the main bosses really kind of sucked. But I'll catch you guys next time. Remember, as always, finish him.